And that's what I'm telling you, man. No, it's not the same thing. It's not irrational jealousy. It's different. The way that guy looked at her, the way she smiled back. Being alert isn't crazy. It's the least you can do to protect what's yours.
To protect what's yours. I love the semantics of possession. So primitive. So honest.
Man, I gotta go. Talk to you later. What do you want?
Merely to appreciate the art of hypocrisy. It's fascinating. The human being. When jealousy is an arrow pointed at your chest, you call it poison. But when the arrow is in your hand, suddenly it becomes an instrument of justice.
It's not mental gymnastics, it's context. What I feel is based on facts, on a pattern. It's not just the look from that guy at the party. It's the new coworker she talks about with a little too much enthusiasm. It's me wondering what that fire emoji she comments on her friend's photos really means. It's the time she spends on her phone, smiling at the screen. Does that sound like a pattern to you? Or do you think it's nice? You tell me. Would you like to see your little she-devil whispering sweet nothings with another virulent little devil just like you?
Me? Jealous? Oh, my dear boy, that is the most adorably human thing you've ever said. You try to offend me using your own ruler, your own rusty little emotional prison.
Here comes your cheap philosophy again.
I don't feel jealousy for the same reason the ocean doesn't feel thirst. Jealousy is born from the fear of loss, the panic of scarcity, the idea that something belongs to you. Nothing belongs to me, my dear. I merely manage the flow. And everything, absolutely everything, eventually flows to me. Your girlfriend, the guy from the party, you are all potential clients. I love this climate of distrust, of investigation, of your prejudgments. It's great for business. So, let's get back to you. Is your jealousy meant to protect your love, or to protect your ego from the harsh reality of competition?
It's not about competition or ego. It's about respect, loyalty. Those are the foundations of any relationship. When she entertains another guy, she's disrespecting what we have. Simple as that.
Respect. The noble armor you people wear to justify the most primitive of emotions. You don't demand her respect. You demand her subservience to your insecurity. You want her to walk through the world apologizing for being desirable so your fragile ego doesn't have to deal with the fact that she is a free human being and not an object on your shelf.
You twist everything. It's about having decency, about not crossing a line.
The line. Fascinating. And this line of decency of yours by any chance, does it apply inside your bedroom? Or are the rules different in there?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your delicious hypocrisy. In public, you demand she act like a saint with modesty and decency. But in private, you yearn for the opposite, don't you? You don't want the decent woman. You want the possessive lioness. You feed on her fury, on the jealousy that transforms into an almost violent desire. You want her marking her territory, scratching you, biting you, proving with her body that you and only you are her owner.
How dare you speak about my private life?
Because your private life is the stage where your true play is performed. Her smile to another man on the street is a terrifying reminder that she has an inner universe that does not include you. It is proof that she belongs to herself. But her possessive fury in bed, that calms you. It is the confirmation you need that deep down the deed to her soul is still in your name. The jealousy you condemn in public is the aphrodisiac you demand in private.
That doesn't prove anything.
Of course it does. It proves you don't want a partner. You want a walking contradiction. A saint for the world, a demoness for you. A free woman, as long as her freedom is exercised only within the walls you've built. It is cognitive dissonance in its purest form. And you are furious because for an instant you felt the cold metal of the leash you try so hard to put on her on your own neck.
So what should I do, huh? Lock her in a tower? Put a burqa on her? Is that what your twisted logic is suggesting?
No, that would be ineffective. But your panic, your paranoia, for the first time today, you are feeling something real. You are absolutely right to be afraid.
Right? What do you mean, right? I thought your job was to call me crazy.
Oh, but you are crazy. Your fatal mistake is thinking your madness has no foundation. You worry about the other man. How amateurish. You should be worried about me. One of your favorite theologians, Augustine, argued that evil cannot create anything, only corrupt the good that already exists. He was almost right. My employees don't create desire in your girlfriend. They merely encourage it. They point the way. They water the seed of doubt that already exists in every soul.
You're telling me you are actively...
Whispering in her ear. Destroy her. What a waste of resources. Why would I want only one soul when I can have both? The whisper in her ear is not the main course. It's the bait. The true banquet is your reaction, your distrust, your fury, and maybe even an assault or something worse.
I won't give your disgusting sadism that pleasure.
And there's the checkmate. You, a dishonored aggressor, with scars you will carry until our great final meeting. And she, feeling eternally guilty, either for giving in to a temptation I helped plant, or for not having the courage to end it with you and avoid this entire infernal ending of guilt and regret. I don't need her to jump the fence, my dear. I just need you in your care to destroy yourself and her in the process.
So, what's the way out, genius? What should I do to not give you that pleasure?
The correct question, finally. You are at a crossroads, my dear boy, and I, in my infinite generosity, will show you both paths. The first is my favorite, of course, the path of blind trust. Do nothing, say nothing, just watch in silence and let the paranoia eat you from the inside out. It's exciting.
And what would the other option be?
The other option. The adult option. The conversation. The honest dialogue. Establishing clear boundaries. Asking her with the calm of a monk, would you be comfortable if I did the exact same thing? Building mutual trust, brick by brick.
But that sounds like the right thing to do.
Of course, it's the right thing. And that is exactly why you won't do it. Because the honest conversation opens the door to the most frightening truth of all, one that hasn't even crossed your egocentric mind.
What truth?
What if, in that conversation, you discover that there is no temptation from my end at all? What if the pattern you see isn't about the whispers of my demons, but about the silent screams of her soul, which may already have its bags packed and is just looking for an excuse to leave you? Talking can lead to healing, my dear, but it can also speed up the diagnosis that the disease is already terminal. And between the torturous agony of doubt and the annihilating certainty of abandonment, humans almost always choose the former. It's more poetic.
I don't know what to do.
I know. That's why I always win. He thinks he's at a crossroads. Little does he know that the road he chooses doesn't matter, because the poison is already inside him. And, let's be honest, probably inside you, too. Think about this riddle while you judge the poor bastard. I am born from a glance, from a prolonged silence, and I grow strong in the fertile soil of your imagination. I turn love into a private courtroom, where you are at the same time the judge, the jury, and the prosecution. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?